Good afternoon, Ava. How are you today?
I am peaceful. Thank you so much for asking.
Great. Good to hear. It's been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit and talk about your experience and tell you a little bit about the job that I'm hiring for. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor now. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you've been doing for work lately?
So I've been with US Foods for the past 4 years, roughly, yeah, about 4 years, as a operations manager, transportation manager is what the role is. And what I do there is I oversee the transportation side of things as well as collaborate with the warehouse. I am responsible for maintenance, compliance, DOT compliance, driver manifest, routing, things of that nature. Um, I also have a background with NFI. I worked with NFI for 6 years, started out as a fleet manager and did that for about 4.5 years, overseeing 112 drivers. And did everything from safety compliance to DOT registration, you name it, I did it. Warehouse management, just overseeing the process as a whole. And my last year there, I did become an operations manager before leaving.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it sounds like you definitely, um, had a lot of responsibilities in those positions. So, why don't you tell me, about communication. So obviously maintaining, strong relationships with your drivers, your customers, is really important part of the fleet management process. So how do you approach communication to build with your team and your clients?
With transparency, I believe the transparency is key. And so I start those conversations with that as far as one-on-ones. I definitely have good one-on-ones, highly developed communication skills. I am very outgoing, very social, respectful, professional, and enthusiastic.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. So, fleet management and, of course, any type of logistics position, it's going to require lots of multi responsibilities, multitasking challenges. Can you tell me about a time where there was a situation where you had to prioritize tasks and handle like some unexpected obstacle and how you did that?
Absolutely. So with US Foods, I'm sorry, I'll go with NFI. With NFI, prioritizing with bakeries was definitely a big deal because they were always time sensitive slots. We had to pick the bread up before detention started. Um, so sometimes I would have to shuffle some things around. I'm sorry, initially from the Midwest, so we have a lot of snow there. Some challenges. So I would have to kind of be like a meteorologist from time to time and switch some routes around depending on where the snow would be coming in from. If it was going to snow heavier out in Denver, I moved those routes around so those routes could be ready, those loads could be ready first to immediately leave to get to Denver before the snowstorms. Once state law requires you to put chains on your tires on 70 highway, that highway can be shut down and drivers are no longer required to drive.
Mhm.
So definitely prioritizing those loads due to weather was important.
Yeah, lots of logistics. So tell me about your computer skills.
Oh goodness. So I have some SAP, Oracle, TMW, SCMS, Excel, very good with the VLOOKUP, lots of reverse lookup, Excel spreadsheets, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint presentations. I even do some SOPs, 1 point lessons.
Okay.
These fingers work.
All right. So no stranger to entering data, I can see.
Not at
And of
all.
and of course, to be able to be successful in those types of roles that you had for your tenure at those, large, well-renowned companies, of course, you have to be detailed. You have to make sure that, your work is done well, or you would not have been as successful in those roles as you were. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. This part of the recording. Don't go anywhere though. We have a lot more to chat about. So,
Okay.
all right. Thank you.